Yo, it's your boy, The Ultimate Rage. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on all social media platforms at The Ultimate Rage. You know where to go. You know where I'm at. You know what it is. Anyway, holla at your boy. Just wanted to give a quick update about Outrageous, the EP. I have completed the recording, production, mixing process. It is in the mastering phase as we speak. Shout out my guy Sonato. Know what I'm saying? He's finna hook it up, make it look sound real nice. You feel what I'm saying? I'm real proud of it. It's finna be some hot fire. All the songs is crazy. Y'all gonna love it. It's just 5 tracks, but crazy. Trust me, I'm telling you. Maybe I might give y'all a little snippet in a couple days. Who knows, you know? But it's fire. I can't give you an exact date. It's not gonna be exactly the 30th. My bro told me he had a couple things he gotta take care of on some personal shit, so it's not gonna be exactly within the time frame that we were expecting, but it's all good. Within the next week, it's gonna be available, and trust me, I will let you know. Anyway, so last time I was here, I was talking about how I became an atheist. You know what I'm saying? And I said all of that to say this. Becoming an atheist opened my eyes to how much we truly don't know about anything. You feel what I'm saying? And I have a super crazy, insane obsession with trying to figure out what the hell is all of this, man? What is it? Why are we here? How did we get here? What is the meaning of it all? What is the mechanism? How did it happen? Is there a thing, someone, or it itself? What is this all? You feel me? So basically, as a former practitioner of religion, I was able to conclude that religion is simply ineffective for truly understanding the nature of reality. You can't use it to make testable sound predictions. You can't then take that and develop, innovate, discover anything. And if it was, it would be a part of science. It would be science. And we wouldn't be sitting here having a lot of these ridiculous discussions. You feel what I'm saying? We would be all moving forward because you would be able to demonstrate the truth of what you say. But unfortunately, a lot of y'all are unable to do that. And that's the reason why I can't take religion seriously. People always have to use emotion to try to make their case. They always dance around everything. They always really assert stuff passionately. They make a bunch of claims about what they thought they heard, what they felt in their heart, but it's not anything tangible that they can demonstrate. Like, you know, like I said in my last video, like, it's funny how people will just assert God is this, or God said that, or he did this, or he felt that. And it's like, well, how do you know that? Can you tell him to tell me so I can hear it from him? Because I don't know why he's telling you but not me. Because I would like to know. You know, I truly wanted a relationship with this supposed being until I realized that it doesn't even make sense for such a being to exist. A being that would actually talk to you and care about the stupid little things, you know, things like 10 commandments and stuff like that. If God has the power to make things the way he wants it, then he would be able to make things the way he wants it. Unless, of course, God has some kind of personality disorder or something. He's like, you know, multiple persons, because then that would explain a lot of the Satan and why Satan still exists and God doesn't just make him disappear, supposedly. Anyway, let's not get too deep into that. Let's get into what I really wanted to get into. Religion is just not useful to studying life. And I mean, it's useful in terms of understanding the historicity of it how this religion developed or how this was carried out or these practitioners, notable people, things of that sort. But in terms of the inherent value of the religion itself, it's useless, man. It's just useless. These were ancient religions created in times where we didn't know anything. But then we have this thing called science, and the more we developed our understanding of the world, the more we were able to manipulate it and enhance our understanding and further enhance our ability to understand, and it creates a positive feedback loop of understanding. And it works because here I am on a cell phone talking to whoever is out there that wants to watch this. All the trolls that want to come by and talk, all that yang, 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 all of that. Anybody could come by and watch this, leave their feedback, give their thoughts and ideas, and I bet none of you even comprehend exactly how a cell phone works. But somebody had to do that in order to be able to make one in the first place. It didn't happen by magic. It didn't happen by prayer. It came by people actually making discoveries and performing experiments and figuring out new techniques and materials and methodologies in order to make better and better devices that have video, photo, internet capabilities, all these different abilities, all in this small device right here that I'm talking to you with right now. You feel what I'm saying? That is crazy just to think about. And if you take things to their logical conclusion, it's just only going to get better and better and more capable to levels we can't even comprehend. Or that actually there are people who comprehend. I'm going to get into that, but essentially, science and just all the STEM fields. Let's say STEM, because I don't want to just leave it at science, even though these all, I feel like are all go hand in hand. So that's why we call it STEM. The whole STEM field: science, technology, engineering, math, and medicine. All of those things go together. They're our best proven tools, and within the past 100 years, they have transformed our entire society. And the more we've developed STEM, the less of a need for religion there is. Because now, instead of saying, oh, this person's a leper, he must have sinned against God, it's like, oh no, this person has a condition. And here are these treatment options available now that we have an actual understanding of this condition and how to treat it. That's what science does. Religion says pray and hope maybe one day. Pray, hope, maybe one day. Maybe God will answer your prayer one day. Maybe you will magically not be a leper anymore. Who knows? Anywho, when I took astronomy in college, it really opened my eyes to the world of science. Because when I was in high school, not just high school, just growing up, period. I used to hate science. I used to not care about science. It was boring. Why do we have to study this crap? I just don't like it. What is it? But it wasn't until I took astronomy that it sent me on a whole new, journey of discovery in all these different fields. Because now I'm interested in all these different sciences, and just the fact that there is so many different discoveries and innovations occurring as a result of so many people who are pursuing these fields, pursuing the answers to it all, to everything. From the smallest things like discovering these ancient dinosaur fossils to stars and galaxies in the universe. They're working to develop our understanding of everything. And by doing that, we're able to make all these different manipulations that allow us to improve our society. And granted, there's always going to be side effects. There's always going to be unintended consequences to everything. There's always going to be these certain issues. But we work as a society to maintain a balance. So, once I took astronomy, it really got me interested in space and cosmology, existentialism, wondering what is all of this stuff? Why is it the way it is? Why are the laws of physics like this and not like that? Why have we not found alien life and stuff like all this type of stuff? So I discovered all these different, physicists, astronomers, astrophysicists, whatever you want to call them. Carl Sagan, Richard Feynman, Freeman Dyson, Enrico Fermi, obviously Neil deGrasse Tyson, Einstein, Sean Carroll. I mean, you can just rattle off all the names. I'm into everything, and basically, because of people like them, they have transformed our ability to understand everything. That we're actually gaining more and more of an understanding of what all of this actually is. We can look in the sky and see stars with our naked eyes, but now we have these tools called telescopes that allow us to look and see them from vast distances and get actual, clarity. Anyway, I'm going to get into all that later. But anyway, so I'm really, really into all these YouTube channels, most notably Isaac Arthur. Isaac Arthur is like my guy. This dude is a super duper genius. He thinks all this stuff through, and he's constantly dropping stuff nonstop about all these different future technologies, which I'll get into in a little bit, but let me just, rattle off some other YouTubers. PBS Space Time, they've done some wonderful work. Super crazy complicated. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's really, really, really hard to understand. But I try so hard. Anton Petrov, that dude's killing it, even though he's Russian. He's the enemy, Nah, I don't care about none of that. He does great work. Shout out to him. My man David Kipping, bro. Thank you for following me on Twitter, bro. I appreciate that, man. Cool Worlds, yo. This dude, David Kipping, I really rock with this dude. Dude is pushing for discovering exomoons, and the concept is mind-boggling. He got mind-fucking videos every time. I'm talking about, he got a video about how our sun might actually be super rare among stars, just in general. Just more evidence that maybe the rare earth hypothesis might be true. But man, shout out to him. He got a lot of great work. I mean, there's so many channels, Sabine Hasselfelder, PBS Eons. I'm really into their stuff. And, there's so many. But the point is that we're understanding everything from the past, how things came to be, how it is, and then thinking about where we go from here and what kind of things we can do, what kind of things we can develop, how we can mitigate all these different issues. And so ultimately, I say all of this to say that Isaac Arthur has a video about the concept that I think is arguably the most important for us as a society, which is the concept of the post-scarcity civilization. I mentioned this a lot. I mentioned this, in a couple songs on my EP, my Outrageous EP, which is coming soon to a Spotify and Apple Music and some other places somewhere near you. I will give you the details, though, for sure. When we get all the things settled, when we get it all settled, I'll give you exact, precise details, but it should be within the next week. Like I said, it's already recorded and everything. It's just all the, the red tape and everything. Anyway, so post-scarcity civilizations, man. Post-scarcity civilization. I also want to kind of tie this into what's called the Kardashev scale, the Kardashev level 1 scale, and I will get into both these things right now, but the post-scarcity civilization, I feel like, is what matters to us all as people. Okay? I'm probably gonna make another video about politics, but if you know me, if you've seen any of my videos, y'all know I'm a political guy. Like, one of my first videos is me meeting Bill Clinton. You feel what I'm saying? Still up there, old as hell, like recorded on the potato, aka a chocolate. But you know, my old school LG chocolate, man. Anyway. So I'm really into politics, but I've really fallen, or should I say, become jaded about politics, because it's so convoluted. It's hard to even have basic conversations about any topic pertaining to our social status, our social interactions, and safety and all that, our way of life. We argue about every single motherfucking thing. We arguing about everything. We arguing about gay rights. We're arguing about crime. We're arguing about this and that and the third and war and this and that, and we can't, voting and this. Everything is absurd. It's absurd, man. The left, the right, the left, the people in the middle, the this and the that, the who the hell. It's like, how about this, yo? Let's remove the labels first. Let's remove that. How about we're fucking people first? How about that? How about first, let's look at the fact that we're people. All of us. Every single last damn one of us are people, and we're in this together, and we're all we got. That's why the Fermi paradox is so crazy, because we are the only life in the whole universe. Everything on this planet is all we know. All these planets and galaxies and solar systems and all this type of shit, galaxy clusters and shit, all we know for sure is this right here. And all of us right here. That's all we know. For sure. That's all we got. And so, once we have that established, then we got to look at the fact that, what are we trying to do? Ultimately, we as people in the world, and specifically us here as Americans, Chicagoans, whatever, what is our ultimate aim? Because right now we're running around like chickens with their heads cut off, not knowing what the fuck. Everybody's freaking the fuck out. This COVID shit got everybody losing their motherfucking minds and shit. And now you got all these mask mandates, and you're talking about this and that, the third, the vaccine, and the unvaccinated, and people don't believe in the vaccine and all type of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. How about we actually bring some sense into the conversation? We as people, what is our goal? The first track on my EP, Outrageous, I have a song called Purpose. And I don't even really get into it on the song, but I do hint at it a bit. But ultimately, purpose. What is our purpose? What is the purpose of us being here? What are we trying to do? Right now, we're just barely trying to survive. We out here barely trying to survive. That's why people freak out. That's why people lose their shit. That's why you got motherfuckers killing random people and dancing on over their body randomly on the beach. Where is it? Like Miami, I think they said. Like, it's crazy. Like, people are out here fucked up in the head. But just everywhere fucked up. Politicians losing their seats because they done did some, or allegedly did some crazy shit. People getting caught up in all kinds of scandals left and right. And we can't figure out nothing. So, I get why people believe in religion. I get it. We live in a scary world. Life is scary. Anything can happen at any time for any reason. I literally could die right now. A bullet could just fly through my house and hit me right in the head right now. Somebody could jump through the window, start shooting me right now. Airplane crashed to my house for no reason. Right now. And I would not have no idea. Life is precious. So people need some kind of pacifier. Something that keeps them from not freaking the fuck out about the fact that we don't know shit about nothing. But the thing is, we live in a time where the technology, our understanding, the science is getting better. And so many people, I feel, reject the discoveries and understandings that science has brought us, not because they have a personal vendetta against science, but more so because they're protecting the pacifier. They're protecting the cushion that allows them to not freak out about, you don't know what's going to happen when you die. But the thing is, post-scarcity, a post-scarcity civilization is a civilization where Isaac Arthur describes it as basically a big decrease in scarcity. People aren't without the basic needs. People aren't homeless out in the street, fucked up, tweaking on drugs, out in public, people recording them, putting it online for everyone to see. Crazy, horrible death videos, tragic accidents, and just straight murder. All the things that we've ever seen. Instead, we could actually live in a world where, like, for instance, he mentions Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Anybody who's taken a psychology class understands that, in order to reach self-actualization, at the very least, you have to have your basic needs met. And we live in a world where so many people don't even have their most basic needs met. And we're talking about all over the world. Particularly here in America, too. It's like, even if you're well-to-do, there's so much pressure, so much fear, so much uncertainty out in the world about what's gonna happen. One minute, it seems like COVID's clearing up. Next thing you know, now we got the new Delta strain, the Delta Plus, and now we got the this and the that. And it's like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen next? How are we gonna get out of this situation? But we can actually reach a point where we can be better suited to protect against things like pandemics, where we're able to, have a health system that's able to handle people getting sick. Or better yet, maybe even prevent people from even ever getting sick. This is where we start getting into crazy concepts like transhumanism and, biomechanics and things of that nature, nanotech, where we can actually improve our health and longevity, de-aging technologies, medicines, treatments, all these different things. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but you can check out Isaac Arthur's video where he goes super in depth. But basically, here are the post-scarcity civilization traits. Post-scarcity civilizations have abundant wealth and resources, abundant safety and security, abundant honest information, large diverse social pool, sense of purpose, and minimal coercion. So what that means is people aren't being stuck in the matrix. You're not being fed, oh, this is your life, everything's great. You're not being forced to accept the way things are, but things actually being great, where the reality actually reflects the perception. Where it's not, oh, I'm taking a drug that's altering my perception to make me think things are great when they're not, but actually, things actually being great. Where I'm not worried about the next man trying to take from me because he has plenty. And the next woman has plenty. And we're all good. Like, we're not wondering where our next meal is coming from. We're not wondering, oh shit, I'm so late, I gotta get there or else I'm gonna lose my job, and now I gotta figure out what I gotta do, and how am I gonna feed my kids, and how am I gonna deal with all the loss of this and that, and the benefits, and how am I gonna pay for this, and how am I gonna pay for that, and I'm gonna have to sell this, and I'm gonna have to sell that, and we gonna have to move it to a different this. We ain't gotta worry about all that. When people can actually have that basic sense of relief, where it's not just constant, what the fuck am I gonna do? How am I going to make it? What the hell do I have to do? Am I going to die? Am I even able to make it? People can actually have that basic sense of, you know what I'm saying? Like, where a person doesn't have to sleep under a damn bridge, an underpass, in a cardboard box, with shopping carts and shit. We should be disgusted that as advanced as we get, that we still have these different issues, but at the same time, we've become such a hyper-capitalistic society. So hyper-capitalistic. That's why I think this pandemic happened. That's why I think it happened. Because it's like we have to scale back. We have to scale back the hyper-capitalism. We have to actually start valuing ourselves. Rich people, I mean, y'all can make all the money you want, but you still gotta breathe. All that money don't mean shit if you can't breathe. All that money's good, but cancer is still a killer. It still kills. Trust me. Trust me. So why don't we aim to try to fix all that shit as a society? How about instead of hoping and praying that Jesus saves us, why don't we focus our efforts into pushing the youth and as many people as possible into getting into the STEM field, so we can work towards doing all this shit that's going to help make things better for everyone. So people don't have to rely on the placebo in the hopes that things may get better, but that they actually will. You feel me? Because Religion isn't going to do it. Religion doesn't stop people from dying. It doesn't prevent tragedies, horrors, true horror stories. I mean, we see them every day. We know people. Look, I'm from the city of Chicago. If you're from the city of Chicago, I seriously can't believe how anybody who lives in cities like Chicago can believe in Jesus when people get murdered left and right for no fucking reason. And it can happen like that. You don't even have to be the person targeted. You can just be in the wrong place at the wrong time, catch a stray. And it happens all the time. We see babies die all the time. Babies getting hit by cars, babies getting shot, abused, all types of craziness in this world. How can y'all believe in Jesus in any of this nonsense when babies die all the time, every day? How about we work towards getting people some damn therapy? Hurt people. It's a cliche for a reason, because we are hurt. We're hurt. We hurting. We're all hurting out here. Even if you're good, you're living in the world where people are hurting. And it's a lot of people hurting. And how good could you possibly be if so many people around you are hurting? When you have people saying stuff like, eat the rich. Now, I'm actually pro-capitalist. A lot of people might think I'm a commie and all this stuff. I mean, I personally feel there's no perfect political system. It's impossible that any political theory could be perfect. That's why it's all about a balance. It's all about balance. So that's why, regardless of your political standing, how can we all not agree that we should live in a safe neighborhood, in a safe world, where we don't have to worry about the quality of the air we're breathing, or the quality of the water we're drinking, or the fact that we even have access to water, and that we don't have places just out of nowhere just on fire, and you can't stop it because the fire is spreading. And now it's to a point where wildfires are common as hell. It's just normal that wildfires are going to happen. I actually am glad I'm in Chicago where it's safe, because everywhere else you got hurricanes and tornadoes and fucking goddamn flash floods. You know, my heart goes out to the people in Tennessee. Like, come on, man. Clearly, Jesus is not going to help us with any of this, because if he would, he has plenty of opportunity to help us out right now. But you know what's really going to help us out? The people who are doing the work to try to understand all of this, so that we can actually implement the tools, methodologies, techniques that will allow us to not only prevent against all of these tragedies and disasters, but to actually create an even better future, where people don't have to have mental disabilities, where we can actually potentially eliminate all forms of disabilities, genetic modification, such as the CRISPR method. I mean, isn't this the type of world you would want to live in, where you don't have to worry about getting shot and dying, accidentally, you know, your apartment building collapsing in on you, the plane you riding in, you know, getting hijacked and crashing into a building? I mean, we should aim to create a better world, period. But in order to do that, we have to use actual data and information. Jesus is not going to build a spaceship for us. We're not going to pray and then boom, there's a spaceship. People actually have to build it. They actually have to understand engineering and physics and quantum physics in order to be able to put the thing together in the first place. And we actually need more and more people doing this stuff. We don't need a bunch of people out here acting goofy as hell, acting like Jesus is the way to go. You mean to tell me you read the same old book over and over and over again and you're going to learn something new? What? What are you learning new? What are you learning? Nothing. The same old bullshit ass stories. That's all you're getting. Why not actually study something that's useful? Why don't you help build a quantum computer or something? Oh, I get it, because it's too hard. And don't get it twisted. I'm not going to sit here and act like physics and all that type of stuff is easy, because trust me, it's not. It's not. I got a C in physics in high school, and I deserved an F, honestly. And I know that. But at the same time, wasn't it JFK who said that we were going to go to the moon not because it was easy, but because it was hard? So, like I said in the previous video, we should push for post-scarcity. And if black people can make it through slavery, if our ancestors can make it through slavery, then we can reach post-scarcity. Yeah, it's going to be hard. We got all types of different special interests, all different types of people, industries, organizations who have a vested interest in keeping things the way that they are. But see, that's the nature of life. Life involves change. Blockbuster used to make billions of dollars annually. And now they only have like one left in Oregon somewhere. That's the way things work. Fossil fuels did great wonders to help transform society from one that was just basic to one that actually became industrial. But at the same time, it's destroying our planet. So for our own sake, we have to transition into alternative energies. So the fossil fuel industries have to take the L. They have to. The oil, the coal, all that, they got to take the L. And that's just how things work. And that's one of the reasons why I am a capitalist, because the market ultimately decides. But the market is us. The market is not just some random ass, just, natural selection. No, we are the market. We create the market. We drive the market. The market moves as we move. If we say, hey, we like this product, that product is going to do wonders. If people say that they like Apple products, they're going to buy Apple products, even though I think they're trash. But, that's just me. But if that's what people like, that's what they're going to buy, and that's what's going to dictate technology. That's how you get branding. That's how all this stuff. So, if these companies were smart, if these entities were smart, they would adapt. And that is funny because that's evolution. It's the same concepts. They work in everything. You have to adapt. You have to adapt to your surrounding. And if you can't, then you're not going to make it. And it sucks, but that's just how it happened. All types of species have gone extinct for a reason. Sometimes it's because of some natural disaster. Sometimes it's humankind doing it. But at the end of the day, we are the ones who decide how the market moves. We are the reason why the government gave money out, Because if people don't have money to spend, things get fucked up. Because guess what happens? You create stagnation, stagflation, money's not moving, companies are not getting paid, they have to lay people off, there's no jobs being created, and it creates what's called a depression. It's basic economics. That's the reason why, the Great Depression was the Great Depression. That's the reason why the Great Recession was almost super duper fucked up. It could have been really, really bad. They had to bail out the banks. Or did they? Actually, no, they should have bailed the people out. And did what Iceland did. Anyway, I'm not getting too deep into politics. The point of the matter is, regardless of your political leanings, our goal should be improvement, progress. Making things better so that you're safe, I'm safe, and we ain't got to worry about basic things like, a tornado forming out of nowhere and destroying my house. Or somebody who's off their rocker breaking into my house and assaulting my sister and trying to harm me or something like that. Where we're all living in actual peace. I mean, I know peace is definitely difficult. It's always going to be winners and losers. But we as a society can ultimately be winners. Technology is constantly improving. Our understanding of the universe is constantly improving. Our technology is going to continually improve to the point where our lives are going to be like heavenly. But we have to work to make it happen. So, this was a very long one. And so I'm just going to end it with this just to wrap it all up. My goal is to lead us to becoming a post-scarcity civilization and ultimately a Kardashev level 1 civilization. What that means is having the power to harness the energy. Well, there's a couple different ways that they describe it, but harnessing the energy of the sun's output onto the earth, aka pretty much fusion energy. The goal is to figure out what's out here in space, to understand what all of this is, to understand where we came from. How did life start on Earth? The Big Bang. Is the Big Bang the beginning? Is there before the Big Bang? Is there something or someone that started the Big Bang? Did the Big Bang itself? Did the universe just pop into existence and life just is? We should be seeking to answer all of these questions and not just saying, yes, this is the answer right here because we say it's the answer. I believe it on faith. Why would you rely on faith to believe something? No, we should be aiming to actually accomplish things. In order for us to accomplish things, we actually have to go through the mud, and it's going to be hard. So put down the Bibles. Pick up a book, a real book, a chemistry book, a biology book, an anthropology book, an astronomy book. Actually go to class and learn this stuff. And stop being proud of being ignorant of all this stuff. The people don't understand how horrible they make themselves look when they proudly declare that they don't know shit. And therefore, God is the truth. And yet, you can't produce this being. You're content with believing nonsense instead of actually doing the work to learn and discover and understand. We can't keep going like that. Jesus is not saving us. He's not coming back. He probably never was here in the first place. So let's actually focus on learning, understanding, trying to understand so we can create an actual better future. Using practical means and not just, I believe it, so I'm going to pray and hope that it magically happens, because it doesn't work like that. And you should know that by now. So hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for following me and checking me out and all that type of stuff. I'm sorry for going so long. I know I might have rambled at times. I'm high, and I've been slaving, working on this music, and I was honestly gonna wait till tomorrow to make this video because I need to get a haircut. You know, I'm looking a little, crazy right now. But yeah, Outrageous is gonna be out very soon, within the next week or so, and I'm, like I said, it's all I finished it. I recorded my part. I did my part. So it's just up to all the rest. All the red tape stuff. All the little. This is my first time doing this. I was aiming to have this done by the 30th. I'm just glad that it's finally happening. So be on the lookout for that. Follow me, hit that like, subscribe. Follow me at the Ultimate Rage everywhere. And y'all stay safe out there. Holla at your boy. Peace.